And here we go. We brought the star of the show back. So we're going to do a top 10 list today. That's right. Top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10. Probably the hardest list I've ever had to put together. How about y'all?
It was pretty tough.
I narrowed mine down to 44.
No,
So
doesn't work like that.
Shit, 44?
it took a while.
I had 29.
I'm a pretty simple person. We've established this. So the shows I watch,
I think he
This
is
is right
a
up my alley.
big sitcom
Oh,
guy.
Lord, good God Almighty.
right up my alley here.
Top 10 sitcom characters. Oh my God, sit back. This is going to be
Interesting.
funny.
Pretty
Ugly.
good.
Here we go. Come on in, let's talk about it. Oh my, and we welcome you back to the Midnight Riders podcast. I'm Johnny,
I'm Chuck.
I'm Tina.
and we brought the star of the show back, my little lovely wife here. How you doing, baby?
I'm ready for this.
Put her right in the
So
middle of the
ready for
camera
this.
so you know it'll raise ratings.
I know I feel special.
Get the pretty one in the middle.
I
So
feel special
she's,
in the middle.
you're special.
I am special.
You're a special person.
All right, let's do this.
Top 10 TV sitcom characters. This took me a while.
Took a long time.
I mean, I wrote down a lot of names, and you know, at this point, I still don't think I've got them in order. But I'm going to try really, really, really hard.
Well, I think my number 1 through 10 could probably all be interchanged at some
Well,
way,
yeah.
shape, or form.
I agree.
But I did one of your little your anal qualities there. I had to break mine down into like 6 different groups and
Well, see, you
figure
ha-
out how to do it. Sometimes.
Wow, you have
Sometimes
that
you have
many?
to.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, you had to. I mean, you got your.
Well, I
assholes,
want
your
to apologize
smart
in
asses.
advance
Yeah.
because this is really going to show my age.
Well, why are you apologizing for your age? You earned
Well, I
that
know,
age.
but hopefully, you know, all the young folks out there.
Yeah,
will
give
know
them
who
something
all
else
the
to watch.
people are.
Give them something to watch. There's a couple of them. Yeah. I got a few of those too. It's all right.
Oh,
Give you something
well,
to go watch.
I tried my best to not put 2 of the same TV show in here.
Oh, I did too.
So
I did too.
I'm going to have some serious honorable mentions because I
Right.
needed some different guys in here. But
Yes.
anyway,
I guess-
who
yeah.
wants to start this menagerie first? Because
Go for it.
this is going to be fun. I get to go first.
No, Tina.
Uh,
You don't
Oh,
get to go first.
see,
Star of the show.
I get to go first.
What do you got, bud?
Number 10, Herman Munster.
And that's why she goes first.
I love the Munsters.
Herman Munster.
I love the Munsters.
Well, how can you not love Fred Gwynn?
I mean-
come on.
He's just so oblivious to his
Well, and the
world.
and the cute smile. I love his smile. That little little quirky little smile. I can't argue with Herman Munster. He
No,
was,
he didn't make my list, but I
He-
I
he-
see,
I
I
love
get it.
Herman Munster.
he wasn't
I
even
get
an
it.
honorable mention on mine.
Nope. Didn't make mine anywhere.
See, that's why I'm here.
But
Chuck.
again, that's why you start the list.
Chuck, number 10. Who you got?
Archie Bunker.
See, I had him. He didn't make my
I am
list.
surprised that wasn't both y'all's number 1.
Well, he's on my list, but I got so many more that I watched more. Golly.
He's my number 8.
Is he? Yep.
Yep.
Number 8?
He's the epitome of what you can't show now.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
But he was honest.
oh my God, he was
Norman
funny.
Lear could write some shit.
Oh my God, he was funny.
Well, you know what?
And you can't repeat a lot of the stuff he says.
Nope.
That was the
But-
whole shtick, though.
Yes.
You know, nothing against y'all young folks if you're watching
Y'all
it.
are stupid.
Okay?
Yeah, y'all
I'll
young.
try not to stay on my soapbox for very
Right.
long.
Go for it.
But, you know, there is a thing called satire. And, you know,
I'll have to look that up. Sense of
the,
humor.
you know, Archie Bunker just, you know, if
Lived it. Well, the writing.
everything he said is so cringy.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it's the writing, honey.
And
Norman.
it's the 70s.
I know.
Yes.
You know, I'm sure all of us that are our age has somebody in their life
Yes.
that was an Archie Bunker.
Yes.
No, without a doubt.
You
What made, him,
know?
what made him so funny? He was relatable. He was like, he was
we all
just-
knew one.
Yeah,
And you walk
would all-
out going, "Oh my god!"
you would all sit there
yeah.
and going, "Man, you can't
Oh,
say
you
that.
what's
you
wrong
can't
with
do
you,
that."
dude?
But he just did.
Yeah, it's like, get out of your bubble.
Yeah. My number 10, Dr. Johnny Fever.
See, he is my
Johnny
damn it.
Fever.
WKRP.
Damn it.
Oh, okay.
He is my number. He was my number 4.
Woo!
I love Dr. Johnny Fever.
Wow.
I forgot his name.
Yes.
Yeah, Howard Hessman. I tell you what,
Yeah.
he
yeah,
made
he was great.
He
made the
was
show to me.
he was cool. He was
I
just
don't know.
cool.
There were so many
Um,
good characters on that show.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Took my
there-
number 4.
Yeah, there were, but the thing about it is he was. I mean, Venus was funny. He was cool. He was a different kind of funny. But Johnny
Fever. Was
he just made the show. In my
Yes.
opinion, he made the show.
He did.
him,
So-
and I got one in honorable mention. It's one of those shows that I had 2 of my love. I put the
Uh-huh.
other in honorable mention, but Johnny was just.
Yeah.
Oh God, he was so funny and so.
Well, what I liked about the whole is that he had the long hair, he had the mustache and the beard. He dressed like a '70s
Right.
drunk basically, and
Right.
he still came
But-
in and did the show.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
But one of my favorite episodes, I still remember it to this day, is the one where they did the live on air DUI thing. Where they tested to show your reflexes got worse the drunker you get, and his got better, his got faster.
Yeah, well,
It was awesome.
Well, my favorite episode would be the one where they did the, they smash all these songs together in about a 10-second spiel, and you got to name all the songs. Well, they made it. Well, then they realized they didn't have the money to pay the price, and so they smashed it so fast nobody could
could
figure
hear
it out.
anything.
And the first guy that called missed it by 1, and they were, oh yeah, all right. And the second guy that called won it. And so it was funny shit. So good show. So you know what he got at number 9?
My number 9 is Fred Sanford.
Oh, he's on my list.
He's on my honorable mention.
Another one for you.
Archie Bunker Part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just on the other side of the tracks.
yeah.
He's my number 8, actually.
Yeah.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
He's on my honorable mention.
You know.
He's great.
Well, I mean, he just the way he would call them on you dummy.
Big dummy.
Big dummy.
Uh,
Love
well,
him.
then all of his
Love him.
characters, all the people that came over to visit him, the old guy. What was the
Grady.
old guy? Grady.
Grady.
Oh.
And then, if that's not enough for you, this is an adult show, right?
Yeah.
Listen to his stand up.
Oh.
If
so
that doesn't do
good.
it for you.
That don't make you twitch a little bit. Listen to that stuff.
You think Eddie Murphy
Say,
Raw
yeah,
is bad?
Yeah, look where Eddie Murphy and Richard
Watch this
Pryor
guy.
got their
That's where
stuff.
they
That's
get
where
it.
they get it.
Yeah, this guy, Red Fox had a stand-up
Woo,
routine
baby.
in Vegas that people just begged to get
Yeah.
into.
Yes.
His stand-up is brutal.
Yeah.
I remember.
Great.
I remember
but
listening
brutal.
to his album when I wasn't supposed to, thinking, "Woo, all right, I probably shouldn't have done
Yeah.
it."
You know, and all of these, this is like, our generation is all about, I just lost the word. I had it in my brain.
It's comedy.
Sarcasm.
It's sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
It's sarcasm. It's
Don't take stuff so seriously,
don't take
man.
it so personal. If
You
somebody,
know?
I mean, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, we were called everything
I mean-
in the world, and you know what we did?
By
We
our-
didn't
by our-
cry.
By our father.
We didn't cry. We came back and hit you with something a little bit
There
better.
it is.
Then you
There
know
it
what?
is.
Then we all went and had a laugh about it and had a beer. Stop
There
it.
is. Don't
Grow
take
up.
everything so seriously, man.
Chuck, number 9.
Number 9, Dan Fielding from Night Court.
Honorable mention. Honorable mention. I love him.
Guy is awesome.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Dry humor.
Oh, and
But
and Harry Anderson set him up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
time.
They were
Straight
so
guy.
they were
Every
so
time.
good together.
Yeah.
And I don't know if have you seen the new Night Court?
Some of
We
it.
watched a little
Horrible.
bit of it.
Yeah, well,
Except for him.
Because they can't do the old
Yeah,
stuff.
it's horrible
Exactly.
except for his parts because
It's
anybody
got
who,
to be politically correct, and I'm just.
Yeah.
you-
if anybody knew the old Night Court with Dan Fielding and his stuff that he does now makes sense if you knew the old one
Yeah,
because
well, if you remember on Night Court, Marky Post,
yes,
he obliterated her.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
But,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but that was okay.
yes,
That was the whole idea. That was the shtick.
yes.
That's what it was. She was such a great straight
She was a
man.
perfect setup for him.
Oh, and then
Yes.
whenever
No,
Dan Field.
Yeah, that was really good.
Dan
Good one.
Dan
Yeah.
and the judge
Yeah.
going back and forth with all
Right.
of his hookers and his.
Is that on somewhere? I need to watch that again.
The
I
old
haven't
one,
seen
it's
that
on-
since
yes,
it was on
Peacock,
It's on,
before.
I think it's on
It's on
Peacock or
Peacock.
Paramount, one of the two. Yes.
My
Good
number
stuff.
I need to
9,
watch that again.
Richie Cunningham, Happy Days. And the only reason I put Richie on there is because he ran the damn show. Everything revolved around him. He had great setups. He had great.
I liked Happy Days,
Nobody on Happy Days.
but
made
nobody
my list.
nobody.
Well,
made
I
my
understand
list
that,
because
but-
of that.
There was something about that
Yeah.
character that I really liked, and he just. I mean, when he tried to be the cool guy and he
Mhm.
wasn't.
Okay,
you know,
that was kind of funny.
He tried to be the guy that would solve a problem and he couldn't.
Right.
He those episodes where the one episode where he learned karate. And he went to flip that guy over his shoulder and he ripped his jacket off with it. Yeah! And the jacket
Yeah.
hit the ground. Then he starts panicking. I don't know. There's so many.
Put Richie Cunningham.
I
Yeah.
put Richie Cunningham.
Alright.
Big. I've got a bunch more here, but Richie had to go on.
Yeah, no, I like the show, but I couldn't put him on. Not with all these I had going on. So.
Well, my
yeah.
number 8 was Red Fox at Fred Sanford. Tina, what's your number 8?
I already did my number 8, Archie Bunker.
Okay, Chuck,
Cool.
what's your number 8?
Al Bundy.
Al Bundy did not make. He was on my honorable mention.
He's on my honorable mention.
And
The amount
here you go, Al.
Yeah.
The amount of sarcasm, assholeness, and
Down,
just not give a damn about anything being politically correct.
downright honesty.
Loved it.
You know.
Might be somebody in your family kind of
And-
like him too.
He just,
Yeah, everybody's got one.
the
Everybody's
way,
got one.
granted it was wrong,
Yes.
but
Funny.
him and Peg going back and forth, him and his kids going back and forth,
Well, here's the deal.
just so,
There are different ways in the world to show you love somebody.
Yeah.
And the relationship between him and Peggy and Katie Seagal,
Yeah.
it's so good.
she was on my list as well
Yeah.
for that role.
Yeah, I almost,
Because, golly, that she was. Oh, the
She was-
shots
yeah.
that she took at him. The writing, of course, is fantastic.
Right.
The shots that she took at him
Yes.
were just as good as the shots he took. I mean, it was
Oh, yeah.
great. It was great.
Oh yeah,
But they still showed the.
right.
They still showed the love between a
Every-
husband
yeah,
and a wife.
every
They did.
every third or fourth episode, you would have something to show why they were together, and it was. But his
Nice.
interaction with his kids,
Oh,
it's just,
great stuff.
and her and Kelly's
Mhm.
boyfriends,
Mhm.
and but,
Well, the neighbors.
And the
Look at the
neighbors.
neighbors. But
God.
and again, lighten up, people.
Yes.
Go watch Married with Children and just laugh.
yeah, and just
Just laugh.
take it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's Al Bundy's great.
Yeah,
He's
right.
great.
Oh,
That's my number.
Ouch!
Uh,
I had to take a quick pause there. Number 7. Who wants to go first
Who's
on
up?
number 7? None of us have number 7
nope,
gone.
we're on number 7.
I'll go for it.
Jack from Will and Grace.
He was on my list at number 4.
I forgot about. I don't know
4.
how or why I forgot about him. That's see, it's what I. That's what I mean about this list. I went through so many. I forgot him. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's great.
But I'm going to replace my number 4 with someone else because she took my number 4.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's great.
His number 4's been taken too.
Yeah,
I
I can replace him too.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Oh,
We'll just
Jack.
replace him.
Oh, Jack made that show.
Yeah.
He made Sean Hayes.
The
Yeah.
and I remember 2 episodes. One when he met Cher.
Yes.
Oh.
Whoa.
And the second one's when he ran into a guy at the coffee shop and started dating the guy at the coffee shop and started drinking coffee 10 times
Oh
a day.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, my
I tell
God.
you what, I tuned in every week to watch him.
Yes. Oh yeah, the rest of the cast was pretty good. Karen Walker almost
Oh,
made my
Karen.
list.
Oh, Karen.
She
Yeah.
almost made my list.
I actually, to
But
be
it's
honest,
because of their interaction.
be honest
Yes.
with you, my number 4 was Jack and Karen
Yeah.
yeah.
because of that
Yes.
reason.
Well,
The-
the show could have been called Jack
Yes.
and Karen.
The way
You know?
the way he would, he'd touch her and she, "Ooh." It's just so
So
good.
when they first met,
Oh,
and they bumped stomachs.
oh,
Freaking
Oh.
love him.
No, he's great.
Freaking love him.
Good
I
call.
love that show.
Good
Midnight
call.
Train to Georgia. If you haven't
Oh.
seen that, you can
Oh.
probably look it up.
Oh my gosh! All right, Chuck, who do you got number 7?
My number 7. God, there's really a trend on mine. I didn't notice it. till now.
Uh-oh.
Red Foreman. That 70s show.
You know
The
what?
dad on that 70s show.
Dumbass.
Exactly.
I didn't put any
My-
of mine.
I
Foot
didn't
in
really
your
watch.
ass.
I didn't watch much of that '70s show, but
He
I
was-
did watch him.
He was the reason I watched the show. The
Yeah.
rest of the cast was pretty good. It wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
he made the entire show because
Yeah.
there was a lot of dad in him. Why do you got to be such a dumbass?
My-
And it just,
My son says that he thinks that I'm the mom on that 70s show.
I can see that.
Red Foreman makes that entire show.
Mm-hmm.
The new one they did now, that
90s.
90s horrible show.
Well, because you
Except
got to
for
be
him.
politically correct.
Right. But he is that borderline, but Red Foreman's great. If you haven't seen, you need to go watch it. Red
No.
Foreman's awesome. He makes the entire show.
He's a great character,
Oh, God,
and he's
yeah.
a great
Oh,
actor.
it's great.
The guy's he's
Oh,
just
it's great.
incredible. So
Yes.
number 7 for me, Howard Wolowitz.
Oh, that's my number 6.
He made my honorable. He's got my honorable mention.
Number 7, Howard Wolowitz.
Yep.
That is my number 6.
Everybody talks about Sheldon. Everybody talks about Leonard. Howard Wolowitz.
He is the best. To me,
He-
he is the show. For me, he's the
Every
show.
week, I just wanted to see what he's going to pick up next, and I tell you what, that character and the
Freaking Howard.
way Simon plays it, my gosh, he makes the show for me. He really makes.
I
the
could
show
just
for me.
look at him and crack up. He
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
have to say anything.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
well, we first saw him on Sunset Strip.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
when he was just a character player on that, and God, he was so good.
Yeah.
And then
And then he came up on that. I was like, what?
Oh, he's a good actor.
Oh.
He really is.
talented. The guy's he's a pianist.
And he
the
plays
guy's
it. He's a
excuse me.
Pianist.
Pianist.
Good thing it isn't.
Wake up. But no, I mean the guys are great.
Yes.
The one that always cracks me whenever he first met Stephanie and he was trying to date her, and then she ended up with
Leonard.
with Leonard. He would keep calling her. This is
That's
how.
how
He just. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that character.
that fell into. I didn't want to have two characters in the
Yeah.
top 10, so he made my honorable mention.
Yeah, he was just. I mean, I thought about. I love Big Bang, one of my favorite
Yes.
shows
Awesome.
ever,
Awesome.
and I had to pick the one.
I could put all of them on there.
Howard Wall.
But yeah.
it's just. I mean, Howard Wall.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have another one that's
Number 6, Tina. What do you got?
Howard Wolowitz.
No.
funny.
Number 6,
My
Chuck.
number 6 was the other one that I really like, and that's Raj.
Raj.
Well, you relate to Raj.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Raj just
Yeah.
the poor guy.
He can't get a break.
There's so many jokes about
Uh-huh.
the moment they're talking about telemarketers and
Yes.
phone rings, and they all look at him,
Yeah.
and how they all sit on sofas, and they got a table, and each had to sit on the floor.
Yeah. He just.
Not being able to talk to women until he has a drink. It's just
And then one day it stopped.
Raj just
And I'm sorry. I cried.
yeah.
That's right. I had a tear come out. When Raj could sit all of a
When
sudden
Raj
talk-
could talk to
talk to
women.
women.
The-
But
the-
then he wouldn't shut up.
the episode with Howard and Raj where Howard got the female hormones. They were testing each other with their shirts off.
That is one of my. I
That's
think that may be
incredible.
my favorite
That's
episode.
incredible.
Well, the entire series. Well, I like the one where we first meet Howard's mom. I mean,
Yeah.
Leonard's mom, and she looks at those two and says, it's latent homosexual. no. It's just
Yeah, Raj is my favorite character on that.
Great
So
cast.
He made my one.
my number 6. I had to pick one, and I went with Chandler Bing.
I knew you would.
Number 6.
This was my whole deal when I started making this list. I was like, okay, I wonder which person they're gonna put from Friends.
Well, when Friends was out and I was watching Friends, I was a very, very I was in bad shape, and I really, really, really
He's the comic relief.
I was
dude.
Chandler. I loved him. I loved what he did. He was basically me That's kind of what I did, kind of what he did. We were
Give
kind of the
yourself a
same.
lot of credit there.
I am. I'm quite handsome. But I Chandler, I just
No, we all identify.
That's where I identify with Chandler Bing. I mean, he's my number 6. I mean, probably could have been a little higher, but there's just so many good sitcoms.
Again, like you said with the Friends issue,
Right.
I knew one of y'all were going to put Chandler up there because I got like 4 of them on there. They're all pretty equal to me.
Right.
So I went with somebody else because I knew one of y'all were going to have Chandler. I love Chandler.
I
Anybody
love
knows me knows
Chandler,
I
too.
love Chandler.
Yeah,
He's just
well, they say
He's
yeah,
awesome.
all the stuff you watch, it's tragedy, of course, Matthew Paradigm. But they said that he actually just said a lot of stuff that wasn't in the script,
right
that they kept in the show
because it was
because
him.
it was just so good.
Yeah, it's him.
So
Could you
He-
be any more
He
serious?
he ad-libbed so much, and he was so
And
good.
just that little thing there. We've all
All say
said
it.
that.
Yep. Yep.
The things that just stick from
Yes.
these shows are
Yes.
Yeah, I had
Brings back
my
a lot of
honorable mention
stuff.
for that is I'll get to that later. Number 5, Tina. What do you got at number 5?
number 5.
Is
I have Phil Dunphy
Son of a...
from Modern Family.
It's my number 2. I love Phil.
well, Phil's on my honorable mention. He didn't make the cut, but I love him.
All right. Well,
WTF? Why
I'm-
the face?
Yeah,
I'm changing my number 2 to the other one.
Yeah,
because
I
I'm
got-
talking about somebody.
I gotta throw another.
That's one of my
number
favorite.
four.
That's one of my favorite shows from all time.
It's so funny.
His little shots by himself.
It is so great.
When he was with Matt, the episode with him and Matthew Broderick, and Matthew Broderick thinks he's gay.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
The whole thing. Just,
I mean, yeah.
Phil he's the quintessential father.
I freaking love
He
him.
wants to be the best dad in the world,
He's one of my favorite characters of all time.
and he just, there's so many characters on that show. I mean, I had Ed O'Neill on here on that show
Yeah.
I
too.
thought about it, but it
Yeah.
didn't even hold a candle.
No,
nothing close to Al Bundy for me.
No,
So
yeah,
I had
none
to
of
come
these.
off that.
So.
I got another one.
What's your number 5,
I'll
Chuck?
replace him with
What's your number 5?
like Schrute.
Dwight.
See, God,
Office.
he's my number 3.
There you
My
go.
number 3.
Oh,
I think that may be the only one we all 3 had that high up.
you have to like the white
I
shrew.
like Dwight.
Just,
Oh.
I don't even know what all to talk about because there's so much.
I know.
It's just him. It's just his.
He pulls it off so well.
He's so good.
He's just
And then when they finally-
so
when they got to the point and then they got him doing karate,
Oh,
and it's like, Jesus
hey,
Parkour.
the parkour thing was a great parkour. Oh, there's so many episodes and so many situations.
There are. Well,
that-
him and Jim.
Oh,
I mean, they're a team.
oh.
Straight
So
guy,
good.
comic
Well,
relief.
what was, and whenever they brought when they brought Ed Helms on with Andy, the way they would the kiss ass fight to be who the best kiss ass is
Yeah.
was just classic
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it was it's just he carried the show for
Shoot's
me.
awesome.
He carried the show.
That
for
was my
me.
number 5. Where are we all at?
I'm at number 5. My number 5
Man, y'all
is.
took almost all of mine.
Now I'm having to replace mine with other people from the
I
show.
will too. Hawkeye Pierce, number 5.
Hawkeye.
Honorable
I
mention.
thought about MASH.
Yep, I got him on my
But I couldn't.
The
I love MASH. I've seen
back and
every
forth on
episode.
sitcom or not.
The
Yes,
Yes.
that
the
was
line,
it.
the lines that his setups, his teardowns,
Yep.
his rips, his
The whole
snide
show.
remarks,
That was a great show.
everything,
The whole show.
everything about Alan Alda in that show. Yeah, it got serious a lot. It's war.
Yeah.
It got serious, but boy, the shit they did to Frank and I got fat. It was
Frank
between him and
Burns.
Frank Burns.
Him and Frank Burns are my toss-up on honorable mention.
Those are my top 2 about who could put it number 5.
Yeah.
I mean Frank. My God, Larry Linville. My gosh, what
Yeah.
a great job.
So,
But Alan Alda as Hawkeye Pierce, he was one of the greatest all time, no doubt. He made number 5. Probably could have been higher with him, but number 5. But my gosh, so good, absolutely so good.
I agree. I just didn't know whether to put it under sitcoms or not.
Yeah.
Although it was, but there were, like you said, so many serious
Right.
episodes,
Exactly.
and there were so many other shows different. But yeah, love Hawkeye.
Number 4, honey.
Number 4, Mr. Roper from Three's Company.
That's
That's it.
I love Mr. Roper.
I love Mr. Roper.
I didn't have him, but
Oh
I didn't either,
my
Roper.
God!
I had Jack as one of my honorable mentions, but Mr. Roper.
I didn't even
awesome.
put anybody from Three's Company. It was
Honestly,
too hokey.
I liked Three's Company
Mhm.
because I was just hoping that they would show Mr. Roper.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, the show was okay for me,
It
not
was
one of my
alright,
favorites,
Right.
but Mr. Roper.
Mr. Roper was great. Which was why he got the spinoff.
Yeah.
He was so
He was
good.
so
You know,
good.
so many of my, I think we all are kind of, they're just the older generation.
Yep.
And, I don't know. He's
Num-
hysterical.
Yes.
Hysterical.
He's another one of those secondary characters that wasn't supposed to be on very
Yes.
much, and then they made him a bigger part of the show because he was so
Because he's-
fucking
reaction.
good.
Freaking great.
Yes.
But that's number 4. That's
Yeah.
pretty far up.
Yeah. that's
Your
good.
number 4 was Johnny Fever, Chuck. Give me somebody else on an honorable
Well, I'm
mention.
gonna go off that same show because I went back and forth. I mean, Les Nessman.
That's not- You can't beat Les Nessman.
Les Nessman
He was
between
so straight and narrow.
between the turkey giveaway
Yeah,
and the
That
turkeys that
one's
don't
the
fly,
best. That's the best one.
yeah,
and when they had him start doing sports and
yes,
and Chai Rodriguez
yeah. Chai
won-
Rodriguez.
won the gold.
Oh,
Les
my.
Nessman was great. Him and Johnny Fever together.
Yeah.
Oh God, they used to do so much to him. Les Nessman was just the essential, just
That's another one I
quintessential
need to watch
newsman.
again.
No, it was so good.
There's number 4. I had Just Jack and Karen, but so I'm gonna pick another one of my honorable mentions. It's not at number 4, but I'm gonna throw one of my. I'll throw in another couple honorable mention. I'm gonna go with Lenny and Squiggy. They were an honorable mention of mine.
I liked them better than Laverne and
I,
Shirley.
I didn't like that whole show. I just
Simply
couldn't do
because when they came in, you knew it was going to be slapstick.
it. Yeah.
And they played it so well. I always loved David.
Yeah.
But you had to watch it because it was between Happy Days and Three's Company.
That's right. You had to watch it. It was on every Tuesday
Yeah.
night.
You know?
So it's just like I said, they were an honorable mention. You took away Jack from me, so I had to throw him in there. And so they would have probably made 16 or 17
Yeah.
or 18 on my list. But hey, it's another couple, and I had Jack and Karen, so I'll go with Lenny.
There you go.
Let's go to number 3. You had Dwight Schrute at
I
number
had
3, Tina.
Dwight.
Give me one of your honorable mentions.
Let's see. One that hasn't been mentioned yet. I'm going to say Woody from Cheers.
Oh, yeah. He was one of my honorable mentions too.
Oh,
He was
so funny.
he was my one character. He was
Woody.
Yeah, he
Bless
was
his heart.
he was so funny. When they brought him into the show,
It's a great move. I mean,
Oh,
Coach
so
died,
great.
and they needed
so
somebody.
great.
And the way he played stupid.
and you look back at how many shows when somebody like that passes away, they bring in somebody, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work.
It
But
worked so well
Woody,
with
he
Woody.
played stupid.
Oh.
Woody Harrelson's a genius.
he's-
he's a
He's
genius.
great.
in
He's
my
one of
eyes.
my
He is.
favorite
And
actors. He's
Mine too.
great.
He played stupid so
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck. Who's your number 3?
Well, it was Chandler, but
Nope, give me another
we're
one.
going to go with the other one I went back
No.
and forth was
No, don't you do it.
Joey Tribbiani.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
How
Uh,
you doing?
you need a sandwich?
I love the one where he puts on all of Chandler's clothes.
Can I be wearing any more clothes?
Hide on my clothes,
Like
I'm going to wear
this.
everything you
In her
got.
underwear too.
Do some lunges.
Oh.
I did the
Oh.
lunges going commando. Yes.
In the words of Rachel, you're so pretty.
He is so
Yes.
pretty. Joey.
I don't know. We've probably
Joe-
said that.
I
how
think
many
Joey
times?
may have more one-liners than anybody.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
show.
No. But it's
Hysterical.
just
Joey.
he's- well, my number 3 was Dwight Schrute, so let me find another one on here that I'll put on. I'm going to put honorable mention just because I loved him, and it was Bob Newhart.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I
love
like
him.
Bob
In
I
Newhart.
the
know
Bob
you
I like
Newhart,
Bob
the Bob Newhart show, he played a psychologist. If you've never seen the Bob Newhart show, if you can find, I don't know where Paramount's probably got it on.
Oh, yeah. His dry
He's
humor.
a psychologist who's helping people who have psychological problems, and it's a comedy. And Bob Newhart is one of the most dry
He's very dry.
humorists in the history of the planet. He is just.
Well, he did the same thing for Big Bang when he came on.
Oh
there.
my gosh!
Yeah, it
Incredible.
was great.
Oh,
Is that- what was his name? Professor
Professor.
something had the TV show.
Uh,
Oh. If you know, put it in the comments.
Proton.
Ah, Proton. Wow,
very
look
good.
at you.
Little trivia
The
for you.
big brain on John.
I'm guessing so, man. Okay, that was so. Like I said, my 3 was Dwight Schrute, but I'll throw in Bob Newhart as
There
an
you go.
honorable simply because he was a
I'm surprised he
genius.
wasn't on there anyways.
Yeah,
honestly,
he
for
should
you.
have. He should have been, but here we go. Number 2 for Tina. Who is your
All
number
right.
2?
I put Ross. I
Yeah.
think he's the funniest guy on the show. You know, he's just the smart guy, the one with the great job, and he's so neurotic.
Yeah, he's
We were on a break.
yeah, he's just
18
incredible.
pages, front and back.
What'd you say? What'd you say, front and back?
Yeah, 18 pages.
18 pages.
Front
18
and
pages.
back.
And the whole pivot episode,
He could.
how can you not?
The pivot episode
He
and,
could throw-
and the leather pants
Yeah, the
episode.
leather pants. See, I freaking love Ross.
Yeah.
I love Ross.
The leather pants episode. Joey,
It's all caked on now.
And his and Monica's relationship as brother and
Yes.
sister. The dance.
The routine.
The routine, my bad, the routine.
Oh,
I
geez.
just love him. Just looking
Yeah.
at him makes me laugh.
Yep.
You know?
But I said that's.
I love Ross.
Friends is just one of those. I mean, you could pick any of them.
Yes,
Well,
you could.
almost any of them. There's
Who's your number 2, Chuck? Who's your number 2?
my number 2 would be Cam Tucker off of Modern Family.
I went back and forth.
Just
I
the
did
fact, just his screams alone
Yeah.
would make
Well-
him one of the best
Well,
characters.
and then he runs.
I want Kim
As my
as
friend.
my friend.
I want to go drinking with Kim.
And Jack.
And I love the fact that they made him a high school football coach.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
It's awesome. That's awesome.
Incredible.
when he goes back home to the farm and tries to act masculine and just
Yeah.
oh, he's
Uh,
he's one of those guys I can watch the shows and actually cry
Oh,
because
yeah.
I laugh so
I
hard
for
at some of the shit he does.
oh, it's so good. It's,
When
Well-
they lose the dog and he's in the street yelling Stella with it's incredible.
well, and props. Who's the guy that's his husband? Who is it?
Oh,
Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
Yeah.
Props to him.
Oh God.
The way he has to play off of this guy.
Yes.
How many takes did it take to get that one shot with
Mhm.
these two
Oh
guys?
God.
I mean, I tell you what, it's just
That's one of
incredible.
my favorite shows of
Yeah.
all time.
I
love that
It's
show.
an
Great
amazing
show.
show.
Well, my number 2.
My number 1 is still there. Don't
So is mine.
freaking
Don't
take
you
it.
take it.
Reverend Jim.
You son of a
Ignatowski.
bitch. Damn it. That's my number 1.
Oh, how can you not
God.
love Christopher Lloyd?
What does the yellow sign mean?
Oh.
What?
Everything this guy did, I had it between him and Louis.
Should have gone with Louis.
From Taxi.
Yeah, because
I had Reverend Jim.
I just
I was proud of that one.
every time he was on the screen, I laughed so hard I hurt.
that was the
Every
other Tuesday night
time.
thing, right?
Yeah,
right after.
8:30.
Yep.
Every time.
That DMV scene is one of the scenes that is one of the best scenes ever in TV as far as I'm concerned. Go watch it. You need to
Oh,
watch that scene. Oh my God.
Good stuff.
And the number of times they did it and pulled it off, and it was funnier every time he started talking.
Oh, it's incredible.
Oh,
It's just the style of his delivery.
Another
Yes.
one that wasn't on the show enough, but you sit
Yes.
there and you wait for.
But when he
his-
was
for
on,
his lines,
you knew it was
you know?
coming.
It
Oh
was
yeah.
So good.
Yes.
So good. All right, here we go. Since we already got Chuck's, give me another honorable mention, Chuck, since we don't have your number 1 anymore. Who's yours?
I've got like 4 more of my honorable mentions. Let's go with let's go with Benson. I
He was good too. I can't help but laugh every time y'all mention a show.
like Benson.
Well, the thing is he's such a smart ass. And so,
Yes.
it's not as
Okay.
Chuck. Chuck
Yeah,
is a smart
exactly.
ass.
I say there's a trend.
There's a trend.
To what I
It's a
like.
trend.
I tell you what, Robert Guillaume, he played that. Well, in Soap, he was so good.
Oh,
he
I
was.
love
I
Soap.
love Soap.
Yeah, I forgot about
Billy
Soap.
Crystal and Soap almost made my list, and Richard Mulligan.
See,
But-
the way Robert Guillaume played off of who played the wackity Richard Mulligan.
Richard Mulligan.
Yes.
The way he would play that guy,
Yes.
And then they gave him his own show, and he just carried
He
it.
killed it,
He
man.
just took off with it. He was so good.
Oh my
Killed
God!
it.
Being with the governor and being an African American actor
Yeah.
at that time on an all white sitcom
And carrying the show.
and made that whole show.
He was so
Oh.
good. Golly, that was a good show.
That's good.
Yeah, he was hilarious.
Well,
But
honey,
that
who's-
was one of mine?
Who's your number
My
one?
number one.
I think I know who it might be because I didn't put it on my list because I knew it was going to be your number one probably.
Bullshit. I should
I
have taken
think it's bullshit too. Jackie from Roseanne.
it. Okay.
She is my favorite character of all time.
Yeah, she's
Maybe because I might,
be a lot like her.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but you.
I freaking love her. And I'll
She's-
never forget my very favorite scene of all time is when she's
The
on the phone and telling everybody,
Her dad.
Your
is-
dad died.
Dad
died.
I swan every time. I literally
yeah.
watched that just
And cry.
because
Yeah.
and cry. I freaking love Jackie.
If you
And
Fuck
Jackie.
that. That's fine.
If you,
That's fine.
If you've never seen it, you got to get on
Sense is
YouTube
love.
and find it. My God, it's great.
And also I think hopefully I'm a cool aunt. You
Yeah.
know. So, Aunt Jackie has a big space in my heart, I should say.
Yeah,
See, I had
she
Dan.
was.
One of my 4 honorable mentions I left was Dan Connor
Dan,
because
yeah, he's great too. He-
those are the 2 characters in that whole show that I love.
Well, the whole show, it was just it turned things around. This is how people really live.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
come on.
Yes.
We,
Yeah.
we don't live like the Brady Bunch. We
No.
don't live. People really live like the bars,
And
or not
struggle.
the bars,
The
the
Connors.
Connors.
Struggle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Struggle to
It's-
make it.
she
Yeah.
every time she was on, I waited for her
Yes.
lines. I waited for
Another
her
one.
lines.
I also waited for her on Big Bang.
Yeah.
Sheldon's mom.
No,
Yeah.
she was great.
You know,
Sheldon's mom.
I just love her.
Yeah.
She's such a great actress. But
Oh,
Yeah.
the stuff she did on
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory. I just
but I just love her to pieces. She's also
Well,
good
my
in the movie
number
JFK,
one-
If you haven't seen it.
she wasn't JFK. She was really
She
good.
was.
in
Uh-huh.
She's
that.
great in
Yeah.
that.
She's a good
Great
actress.
actress.
My number one is Sam Malone
Sam from Cheers.
from Cheers.
Yeah.
This guy personified the cocky, I'm all that of the 80s.
Mhm.
And
And we all know it.
and he knew he wasn't.
yeah.
And no, he wasn't. He really wasn't. But he thought he was. And so many times that he tried and failed with Diane, and then when Kirstie Alley came in,
Oh
and then
yeah.
he couldn't do that, and he lost the bar, and then all the guys, and it just
Another one that they made work.
Yes.
You would
Yes.
think once Diane was her name Diane Lee.
yeah. No, her name
Glad.
was
Diane Long.
no it was Shelley
Diane-
Long.
Shelley Long.
Oh, Shelley Long.
She played
Diane
Long.
on the
You were
show.
close.
My bad. Yeah. Once she left,
Yeah.
you thought, oh God.
Uh-huh.
How's it gonna go?
The whole show is gonna stink and it's gonna be canceled and
Yeah.
stuff. Kirstie Alley comes in and just same thing that Woody Harrelson did.
Well, sure, but one of my but it was real close because I almost put Cliff Clavin.
I had Cliff too, and I marked
Cliffy.
him out. I love Cliffy.
Because Cliff
His random.
he made.
It's so
Well, you
random.
know there, Sammy.
I actually
I just-
had him on there, and I marked him out. I love
the
Cliff.
Jeopardy episode when he was on Jeopardy.
Yes. Awesome.
Oh my God, it just blows me away. I just had to put Sammy. Sam is just.
I understand
He
why.
was there.
I understand.
I'm one of those guys that grew up in the '70s and always wanted to own their own bar. I went to bartending school. Passed bartending school. I was ready to go. Couldn't find a job as a bartender because somebody wanted to hire a new bartender. But anyway, you watched that show thinking you could own your own bar, and say you wanted to be Sam Malone,
No, that's a great show.
but you couldn't be Sam.
Yeah.
So there we are. Let's go with some more honorable mentions here to finish this thing up. What do we got?
Oh, I got anything that wasn't
Take-
mentioned.
Take one.
Take one.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
I put Florence from the Jeffersons.
Oh, I got Sherman Helmsley from the Jeffersons.
She always had the great lines.
Oh, those two.
She called him out on all
Oh,
his
yeah.
crap.
Oh, those two.
I loved her.
It was
Loved her.
great. It was great. Well, I had Ted Baxter from the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Ted Knight,
Oh, Ted Knight.
Who played
yeah,
Ted Baxter?
Yeah.
the
I did not
the
like that show.
newscaster.
So I didn't like that show, but I liked him.
Yeah.
It was one part of that show I actually liked.
A little bit before me.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
before
I
your
did
time.
watch it
Right.
later on, on
Well,
rerun.
because see, but there was always a fight at that time, and when Mary Tyler Moore came, who was the greatest? Her or Carol Burnett? I couldn't put Carol Burnett because it was a variety show.
Yes.
And I wanted to put Tim Conway so bad I could taste it,
Yeah,
but I
Tim
couldn't
Conway.
put Tim Conway because it wasn't
It wasn't
wasn't a sitcom.
I thought the same thing on him
So-
and Harvey Korman both, but I couldn't
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
it
the
'cause it wasn't a
team.
sitcom.
God. What else you got, Chuck?
All right, well, I got one that y'all didn't mention. It wasn't around for a long time,
What's that?
but it's one of my favorites. Jeff Bingham from Rules of Engagement.
Rules of Engagement.
Never watched it.
You need to watch
I
it.
have not seen that.
You need to watch it. It was only out for probably, I just finished watching it again, 6 or 7 seasons.
Yeah.
His character, you need to watch it.
Rules of
Rules of
Engagement. Here you go. Here you go, baby.
Rules of Engagement. Jeff Bingham's character, he is the husband off this deal.
Right.
It's going to come as a surprise. Real sarcastic asshole.
Mhm.
I know.
Really?
I'm
I'm surprised you
on
didn't.
this
I'm
one.
surprised you didn't
I went on a limb on
have
this one.
Everybody Loves Raymond on there.
Yeah.
You talk about a sarcastic asshole.
Yeah, no. Jeff Bingham, you need to watch it. His lines in this movie with his wife and with Oliver Hudson is the neighbor in the apartment, and it's just I haven't seen it, so not making sense to you right now because a lot of people haven't.
Yeah.
Great show.
Well, I'm sure.
Go watch it. You're welcome.
I mean, I've got 2 or 3 more on here, but I'm shocked nobody's mentioned anyone from Seinfeld yet.
I was thinking the same thing.
You know, but
See,
none
they're,
of them.
they're another great ensemble.
Yeah, none of
Wasn't
them
it great?
were up there.
The only one
are not from New York,
Right.
so
Yeah,
I don't think
I
we
didn't
can.
get it
Right.
a
we,
lot.
I don't think we can identify with
The-
them.
Right.
But
The only
wait a
one
minute,
I-
Friends was in New York too. But either way,
The only one I thought about maybe was George. That was the only one I.
Well, yeah, but he makes me
thought
nervous.
about. I just.
He does so much stupid shit. He makes me
Yeah.
nervous.
I
just-
can't watch it anymore because of George. I
Yeah.
almost have an anxiety attack.
Yeah. I
He
just,
plays the part so well.
Now,
that
now see,
I mean-
and see another series I watched that I absolutely
I love
loved.
the puffy shirt.
Yeah, the Puffy Show's good. That I absolutely loved, that I couldn't find a single character because I liked the cast so well, was Wings.
Yeah.
I
I-
loved
Oh,
Wings.
yeah.
I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say Wings, and
Yeah.
Yep.
what's the guy that's in Tombstone? He was on that show. What?
Oh, Thomas Hayden Church.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I
I thought that you were gonna put him on. Your
Well, I
list.
liked his character. I liked Tony Shalhoub's character, and then I liked the
I forgot
the
about
big
Wayne,
heavy
but yeah, that was a good.
the big heavy guy that did the other. The big guy, the dark black hair that had the other counter with the other airline.
Yeah.
God, I loved his
I know
lines.
you liked me.
God, it was so good.
Yeah, it was. It was a really
it
good
was
show.
Funny. It was just, and it was a great cast.
Yeah.
Again, like it was a great cast.
Yeah, I just wasn't a big fan of Seinfeld. I
Yeah.
tried. I've tried
Yeah.
and tried. I can't. I don't know.
I've
I
seen all of it.
I think what you're saying is right. I couldn't really relate to it.
Yeah.
I like
this.
this. I like the randomness of it.
Yeah.
What the show was about. You just never know what
Right.
they were gonna.
And looking
you
at
know.
some of the other shows that we mentioned, some people. I mean, got to look at Michael Scott.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I couldn't put him on my list
Not
because he
ahead
just
of
makes me
Dwight.
so nervous.
I couldn't put him
Yes.
headed to white.
No, couldn't put him headed to White.
I stopped watching it
Of course,
whenever
yeah,
he left.
you
I
know.
just couldn't get into it.
And we've
but,
already talked
I
about
love the show so
all
much.
the Big Bang people and all the Friends people. I had Phoebe Buffay as my second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had Phoebe as my
I got a
second.
little bit of Phoebe in me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
I
it-
have Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island. Just because I always wanted to be her. I grew up in that era where I was little, and most all of the other girls wanted to be Ginger.
Yeah,
and
she
I
didn't-
wanted to be Mary.
She didn't have very good lines.
No,
though.
but I wanted to be her.
And see,
I
I
just wanted to mention it. I
I-
love Gilligan's
I
Island.
had Al from Home Improvement on
Yeah.
mine.
Alfred. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He was
I
good.
liked him.
Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah,
I
he
had,
was definitely
yeah.
a great character.
I had Detective Wojciechowicz from Barney Miller.
Barney Miller.
My dad freaking loved
Oh,
Barney
so did-
Miller.
so did I, yeah.
Loved Barney Miller.
I loved
See,
Wojciechowicz.
I liked Fish. See, I
Fish
gotta
was
go
funny.
Fish was good.
He was fun.
The old man that you did, even at my age, I was looking like, there's no way he's a cop. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like 95 years old.
Well, no, but
He was probably 40.
Yeah, exactly.
But then he got whacked in Godfather.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
And there's only one more left on my list. I had Louis De Palma, of course. But,
I had Norm on mine. He was my Cheers
Yeah,
character. Norm.
I just couldn't put Norm over Cliffy. Cliffy
Yeah.
just. I had Gary Shandling from the Larry Sanders Show on
I
HBO.
love that one too.
He was so good. You talk
I've never
about
seen it.
you
so.
talk about a sarcastic asshole.
Yeah.
watch that.
Really, I've
It
never seen.
reminds me of a Seinfeld character. I
Oh,
haven't really watched
I've never
it.
seen it. I've heard a lot of people talk good about it. I've
Oh
never
my
seen
gosh,
it.
great show. I
Yeah.
loved it, and the guy that played his Ed McMahon part, God, I can't remember the guy's name. He was the dad in The Hangover. The guy that
Oh,
Jeffrey Tambor.
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 My
Yeah.
God, so
One of the guys
great.
that came on late on Three's Company. That
So
and it
great.
sucked.
So. All right, that's my whole list. What do y'all got anything
I got
else?
one
What do you
more.
got?
I have Rose from the Golden Girl. Betty White.
I did
She's
have.
just so good.
Oh, she was
of
good.
ours.
I did have
You know,
One thing about the Golden Girls, I watched a few episodes, and one thing I really always wish is it was I wished it was on like HBO where they could cuss.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
I think that would have been
Especially with Betty White.
oh
yeah.
and B. Arthur.
B.
Arthur.
I just think that TV show would have been so much better
Yeah.
if it was
But it
in
came out in the
today's
time
A
world
when-
Netflix show.
where
yeah.
they could cuss. Oh my God! What else
Yeah.
you got?
I had one more left, and that was Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother.
I mentioned that.
Didn't watch it.
Never watched that one.
Not a great show,
Right.
but again, Barney makes the whole show.
I have-
Especially when you realize that he's gay in real life,
Right.
and he plays this womanizing asshole.
Right. And see,
It's great.
Yeah,
He's such a good actor.
Oh, he's
so good.
he's great.
Yeah.
He
He's
is a
great.
great
Yeah.
actor.
I have just one more that I was thinking about whenever I was doing the list.
Well, yeah.
Georgette from Designing Women, Delta Burke's
Oh, I forgot about
character.
that show.
I
Okay.
love that shirt.
Yeah.
That show.
Yeah.
There's so many great lines. I mean,
Yeah.
I like Dixie Carter too.
Well, I liked Annie
But
Potts.
yeah, exactly. I'm
Just-
just that's
Yeah.
another ensemble
Yeah.
cast that I
Yes.
just love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
They
good
just
show.
played so good against each
Yeah,
other.
that was a good show.
Well, that was a good list,
That was
y'all.
fun.
We did good.
It makes me want to go watch some funny TV.
That was a tough one. So we did good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that worked out
I
well.
think
It's
we hit them
fun.
all.
What we
Oh.
may not have, if we didn't hit one that you like, put it down in the
Yeah.
comments. I'm crazy to
Yeah, throw
find
something
out
down
what
there. I know
everybody
Yeah.
we missed something.
Probably some shows I've never heard of or seen. Or
Yeah, I'd like to see something.
yeah,
Well, you know, we're all from Oklahoma, so maybe somebody, that doesn't have that whole Okie thing. If you got anything,
That's
leave us a
true.
comment.
All right. Well, we do appreciate you coming in. Like, subscribe, comment, hit that little bell so you'll hear us every time we come on there. It'll ding dong, and you can come listen to us. We'd like to have some comments. So, down yonder, or where is it, down here? Here? Oh shit, I don't know. Anyway, we do appreciate you coming in. We'll be doing some more top 10 lists as we go on. Of course, we're doing a regular sports stuff on the other side. So. Come in, see us often. We're going to start getting a little bit more stuff now that we got the remodel done a little bit out here, where we do this in the dungeon, and then we will get some more stuff out here and see if we can't make your day a little bit better.
Jesus Christ. All right.
That was pretty fucking good. You got to give me some credit for that. I was a great closing, and you went and screwed it all up.
I'm going to say
That's
something
good.
after we cut.
All right. Appreciate you coming in. We'll talk to you soon.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye bye.